Dave Barry says he decided to become a professional humorist when he discovered that, quote, professional humor was a lot easier than working. And we think it's safe to say that in a career that has spanned 5 decades, he's been pretty successful at this really not so easy profession. With over 30 books, a Pulitzer Prize for commentary, and a wildly popular syndicated column for the Miami Herald, the New York Times has called Barry the funniest man in America. Now, the 71-year-old writer is aiming his signature sarcasm and wit at perhaps the toughest conundrum of all. How can we age gracefully? And in his attempt to discover the answer to this timeless quandary, he has, of course, been consulting his wisest friend, his dog Lucy. Barry's new book is Lessons from Lucy, The Simple Joys of an Old Happy Dog, and he joins us now. Dave, welcome to the program. It's an honor to have you here with us, man.
Good to be here. Thank you.
So, Dave, first of all, you don't care for self-help books, and that's mostly because you don't care for self-help authors, of whom you write in the book, quote, a remarkably high percentage of the ones I met did not strike me as competent, good, or even necessarily sane. Yet, you wrote a self-help book.
Yeah, I'm not known for self-help books. I mean, usually when people read my books, they go, that didn't help me at all. Or sometimes I'm actually stupider having read this book. Over the years, I've been on a million book tours, and I found that as a rule, the self-help authors that were telling everybody how to behave were not really together people.
That's my experience as well.
Okay, well, you interview a few. Yeah, I mean, they'd like be on the air, they'd be like calm, and you should do this, and then as soon as they're screaming at the publicist or something. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a departure for me to write a book.
Yeah.
And I like to stress that there isn't anything that I say in this book that everybody doesn't already know. Yeah. I'm not like breaking new ground, telling you amazing things.
But that's
you've
the thing
never
about life
of.
stories, life learning stories that you already know, but you got to be reminded of them. And this is what this book does. It really works, man.
Oh, thank you. But I mean, the idea is, that it's not that we don't know things. We know plenty of things. And the things we know that are important are so simple that dogs also know them.
Yeah.
Dogs, they just know how to live their lives in a way that makes them happy, which happens to turn out to be kind of a wonderful way. And they don't change. They continue to do those things that work for them and have worked for them for thousands and thousands of years. People, we start out knowing a lot of these things, I think. When you're a kid, you know how to have fun, you know how to make friends, you know how to be spontaneous. And then gradually you lose those things. Sometimes you lose, you bury them under a pile of daily minutia that seems more important to you. It's more important to me to read this particular text than to notice my kid who's right next to me,
right.
And is asking me a question.
So that's you've named a couple of lessons, but I want to go through them one by one. By the way, how did you come to realize that Lucy, the greatest dog ever, of course, your dog, was able to give you these lessons?
Well, we both got old. Last year I turned 70 years old. And so I'm now 71. That's the way it works. I don't know about here, but in Florida, every year you add another one. And it's the same time I turned 70, Lucy turned 10. So in dog years, she also turned 70. And it was a time, you reflect. When you turn 70, that's a big one. You really are thinking, this is, we're definitely in the fourth quarter here. Yeah. And on reflection, I was thinking, there's a lot of things I really wasn't crazy about that I was doing that I had turned into without realizing it because it happened so gradually. And meanwhile, Lucy, who's with me all the time, all day, every day, because she's a dog, wasn't doing anything different. I mean, she may be sleeping a little more, but other than that, she was still exactly the same dog she'd always been, and the same things made her happy, and she was living her life in a way that made her very happy, without really, seemingly effortlessly almost. I thought, well, if she can do that, maybe I could do that. Because at least some of the things she does, not drink from the toilet. Although, you have to be my age, you'll try on. No, I haven't tried that yet.
So she taught you 7 lessons. The book has 8 because the 8th lesson you learn yourself in a very terrible experience that your family had to endure. We'll get to that if I can. But let me see how many of the 7 of them I can get. So the first one of those lessons is make new friends and keep the ones you have. How did Lucy teach you that, and how have you done with the imparted wisdom?
Well, Lucy is a very friendly dog, and whenever anybody or any dog comes into her sight, she wants to meet that person. She loves that person or dog very much, especially a dog if it smells right. And
they all smell right.
And they all smell right to each other. And she's just very outgoing. If she sees somebody she knows, it's just wildly exciting moment. And I don't do that anymore. I think about like all my really old, dear, good friends. I don't even know if they're all still alive. Because to find out, I would have to call them up, and I don't do that. You get older, you get more isolated. I think you get, good, but it's just trouble. It's too much trouble, and you begin to dismiss what are the most important relationships you have in your life. At least I was doing that, and so that was the first thing, to try to get back in touch with people and to try to be open to new friendships, which is hard to do when you get older.
Yeah.
Because your standards get very high. Or who's allowed to be your friend? I don't need friends, I got enough,
But in fact, in the middle of writing the chapter on this, you stopped and you called a friend that you had.
I was feeling so guilty because I was thinking about, I'll name his name is Rob Stavis. He was my college roommate. Hadn't seen him and talked to him in it just seemed like a long, long time. I thought, I'm going to call Rob right now. While I'm writing this, instead of just writing about it, I'll do it. And I did, and we had a great long conversation. And we've been talking much more since then.
But I was inspired by that, and in the middle of my reading that chapter, I did the same thing. I stopped. I called perhaps my.
Did you call Rob Stavis my friend?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but
because he's my friend. Get your own friend.
He said he didn't know who I was, but the friend I did call. The conversation went differently than yours, because I suddenly realized why I hadn't called him in a while. Because the man has, like so many people in the last few years, gone completely nuts politically. And that is all he talks about. And that's partly what I do for a living, so I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So what does Lucy have to say about that?
Well, I think actually that's a really good point. We are, as a nation, we've all gone kind of nuts, and it has become more and more difficult to talk about anything anything political with anybody, because you have to find out first, whose side are you on? Is it the same side I'm on? Are we like? Which is a shame. I mean, I think there was a time when we were much better at disagreeing politically, and still knowing, okay, I know you and I don't agree, but we both want the best for the country. Even though you're an idiot and you're wrong. No, but you know what I mean. We used to be better, I think, at allowing the possibility that somebody could disagree with us and still be an okay person. Dogs, for one thing, they don't talk about politics that I'm aware of. But for another thing, they value relationships over everything else. So they wouldn't allow an extraneous thing like your political views to get in the way of a relationship.
So the second lesson is don't stop having fun, and if you start having fun again.
Yeah, well, when you get older, at least when I get, you begin to think certain things are beneath you. You're too old for that. You can't do, things that you might be perceived as silly or stupid or whatever. Maybe you shouldn't do that because you're now old. Dogs, of course, don't do that. Lucy liked to play ball when she was a puppy. She likes to play ball now. It doesn't seem stupid to her to run and pick up this spit-covered wad of whatever and run around the house, challenging me to try to get it from her. Not that I really want it, but I pretend to as my part of the game.
Okay, the third lesson, I'm probably going to have to skip a few, but I want to go to the third lesson, which involves the practice of mindfulness, which has become so popular. As you write in the book, corporations are now foisting it on their employees, which is always a bad sign.
Usually
as
a
you
terrible
say.
idea, yeah.
But specifically, the lesson is pay attention to the people you love, not later, right now. Talk about that.
This is this is one of the more important lessons that dogs can teach us. There is no creature on earth more mindful than a dog. If you're in a room with your dog is thinking about you. Every movement you make, every sound you make. If you get up, the dog is instantly up and ready to go. Whatever you want to do, the dog wants to. The dog is focused on you because it really, really loves you. It really, really wants to be with you. It's the most important. We start out that way, I think, more aware of the people around us, and then we end up, on our phones, and we're in the same. You've seen it. A couple at a restaurant, and they're both.
I've seen it. I do it.
Yeah, and why are you? They're at a restaurant, sitting at a table right across from each other, 3 feet apart, and they're both looking at. Why are they at a restaurant? Why don't you just stay home and eat pizza in the closet if you're just gonna? look at the and dogs are so good about that, and having a dog is sort of a constant reminder of that.
Yeah.
So if you're in a room with your loved ones and you're looking at your phone, they're looking at your phone, put your phone down and go look at their phones. No, at least you could be looking at the same phone. No, you look at them, talk to them.
That's a hard one.
It's a tough one, but every time where you really get reminded of that is when you go to a funeral.
Yeah.
And you think, oh my, I'm never going to see that person again. I'm never going to have another conversation with that person again. And then you walk out and you think, I am going to make sure I don't let this happen to my. And then of course your phone beeps.
Even if it doesn't
this
beep.
is one tweet.
Yeah. So the fourth lesson, I want to get to this one. By far the hardest for me. Let go your anger unless it's about something really important, which it almost never is. This one's hard for you as well, since as you write, you are prone to instantaneously hate people you don't know.
Yes.
So how did Lucy teach you that? And name some of the people that you instantaneously hate.
The first example I think I give in the book is, like, if you're in line, you're one of those ice cream places where they have like 57 flavors of ice cream. And they have a little tasting thing so you can taste the ice, take a sample before you decide which of all these flavors you want. It's a major decision, of course. And I don't mind if there's no one there if you take a few samples, but if you're in at the front of a line of 25 people waiting to buy ice cream, and you're one of those people who go, all right, I'll try that. No, let me try. Let me try. And then you have your friends. Can you taste it? And then you go, can I try the first one again? Yeah. I want to shoot you. I mean, so I don't own a weapon, and it's a good thing.
But you should be able to, right? I mean, in Florida, you can.
Legally, you should be able to. No, and the point is, I will become enraged about that. I know there's many things that will get instantly enraged. And then the real problem is I keep the rage. I mean, I'll be seething about it for a while, and that's a waste of my time. It's not going to make those people. And it was 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's just not that important. Lucy does get angry. Like, we have a window in our office that looks out on the driveway. My wife and I work in an office, and Lucy sits there with us, and she has a perch so she can look out the window, keep an eye. Once a week, men come, and you're not going to believe this. They take our garbage. Walk brazenly down and and Lucy's like, what? And she's like, look at her. Can you see what? You're going to let them get away? She's furious because they're taking our garbage. And then as soon as they go around the corner, she's gone, back, sleeping. And the rage is out. She doesn't think about it. She doesn't wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, I can't believe we let them take the garbage. She's very good at just letting it pass. I need to get better. I need to get better at not getting mad in the first place, which is difficult because I drive in Miami, where my line is everyone in Miami is driving according to the law of his or her individual country of origin. So we're all obeying some law, but it's not the same. We all have a different interpretation of the yellow light.
How are you doing with that lesson?
Oh, not too well. I need a front-mounted bazooka on my car.
So let me get to the lesson that Lucy did not teach you.
Yeah.
And the book gets serious here because it really was a terrible event that you had to endure, you and your family. Quickly tell us what the event was and what the lesson was.
The event was, the book was done. I thought it was done. I'd written 7 lessons. It had been edited, and my book tour had been planned. This was last year. I was getting ready to go on a book tour in October. In August 18th, 2 days before my daughter Sophie was supposed to start at Duke, she was going to be a freshman, very excited about going to college. She woke up paralyzed from the waist down. And it turned out she had a condition called an autoimmune disorder called transverse myelitis, where your immune system attacks your spine. And it's a serious disorder, rare, and it sometimes doesn't go away. They don't know. They don't predict. They don't tell you. So we spent a horrible couple of weeks there thinking that our daughter was never going to walk again. All her friends had gone off to college, and she's there with tubes all over through her. The treatment is not pleasant. And looking at her Instagram of all her friends starting college and going to parties and everything, and we're thinking our lives are over here. This is Anyway, she got better. She recovered, is now at Duke, and she's having a wonderful. She started late, but she's doing great and having a wonderful time, and we are so grateful. But that was the lesson. And if you had asked me during the time that we were going through this, which was the worst, if you're a parent, there is absolutely no worse feeling than watching your child suffer and not being able to do anything about it, and not knowing that it's going to get better. If you told me then that the lesson I would get from this was what it was, I would not have believed you. But it was gratitude. And the reason I say that is, first of all, obviously we're very grateful that Sophie got through this and is okay. But in the process of losing her health, we realized how important that was and how unimportant all the other things in our lives were. When we were going through this, we said to somebody, we'd give up everything, anything, if we know she'd be okay. We don't care about we don't care about money or anything else. We just want our daughter to be okay. So when you get through that and you realize, man, all this stuff that I think is so important, and it's not just us. I mean, the whole world, we're all freaking. You talk about politics, everybody's just freaking out all the time. Everybody's angry all the time. But those aren't the important things in your life. And I'd say if you wake up in the morning and you can get up out of bed and you're reasonably healthy and so are your loved ones, you have a lot to be thankful for, grateful for. More than most anything else, you've got that. Yeah. And the rest is kind of minor compared to that. So the big lesson I got out of that, and I still feel it every day, is I am grateful for every day now that my daughter's okay, that we're okay. Yeah. I don't care about much else, to be honest.
You told me before we sat down that she's almost 100%.
Yeah, she's doing very, very well.
That's good. So she's doing well. How's the Sage of Miami, Lucy, doing?
Lucy is unchanged.
Yeah, that's good.
Nothing about Lucy changes. That's one of the wonderful things about dogs. They're very consistent.
All right, Dave. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.